What's up, guys? This video is going to be called "The Water You're Drinking Could Be Killing You." Now there's going to be a health side and also a spirit side. I'm going to go over the health side first, and then for those of you who don't really believe in the whole Satan Jesus thing, I'm going to be going over that after. So you can just click off then at that point. But here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus my tap water, and then plus the water I'm drinking right now. So 8 different waters that we're going to be testing the pH levels for. Now, what's significant about the pH level? Well, there's acidic, and then there's alkaline, and then there's neutral. I have here a little pH test drops kit for the pool water, and when you're drinking acidic water, your body is being your defenses are all the way off. Like, once your body is in an acidic state, you can get cancer, and basically you're not immune to a lot of diseases and a lot of different things. Cancer thrives in an acidic pH level in your body. Anytime you look at a cancer test, if someone has cancer, their pH is always below 7. You know, it could be 6.3, it could be 5.8, but that is the most common characteristic when it comes to pH levels in cancer studies. So it not only fights cancer, but many other things. So I'm just going to tell you, you should be drinking alkaline water, and we're going to test to see if any of these popular waters are alkaline water or not. So here's a little chart, pH chart. As you can see, the more bluish purple it gets, the more alkaline it is. The more greenish yellow it is, the more acidic it is. And right in the center is like a light greenish for neutral, which is 7. And our bodies, the most perfect state for our body to be in is 7.53. And I guarantee you, I'm not even at 7.53, but as a younger person, it's not so, doesn't really matter as much. But when you get older, that's when your defenses even drop more. So if you're under 7 pH in your body, you're really putting yourself at risk to cancer. So let's get this started with smart water. So I decided, instead of doing them one by one, I just got them all in the glasses now right in front of you. So we are going to start with smart water though. Now this is just add a drop into a half ounce of water. So I might have to add like a drop or two because some of these have more. But it's pretty simple. I already tested most of this water, at least the water I drink, which I don't drink this anymore. It's just very cheap. So here we got the smart water. A little something to mix it up with. The back of this pen won't matter. So, based on my scale right here, this is more neutral acidic, probably about a 7, maybe a 6.8. So for those of you who drink in your smart water, just save your money, get Fiji or get something else like that, because smart water ain't nothing special. And I believe it comes from the Coca-Cola company, just like Dasani does, which you're going to find out both these are pretty bad waters for you. But here we got the Great Value. Ugh. Now that just looks nasty. It looks like some dehydrated urine, literally. Very yellow. It's probably about a 6, 6.5. They list it as 6.5 on the website. I've actually checked these up to see what they list them as. Here we got Aquafina. Also very acidic. Now keep in mind, I'm guessing most of you guys drink this water. Like, this is the popular water to drink, right? And it's cheap, so you don't have to spend a lot of money on it. Whoa, Ice Mountain. No way. No way, that is a huge surprise right there. Ice Mountain is coming in at like a nice 7.5, close to an 8. That's actually pretty good. So as you can see, it's pretty alkaline. Now I wouldn't say all Ice Mountain is like this. I got lucky on this one, I think, because every time I've tested Ice Mountain, it's always come up acidic. But you know, we're not going to argue. And at the Dasani. Now that one is just deathly yellow. Now you see, this one is closer to being neutral, and this one is like probably a 3 pH. Yeah, this is like 5 maybe. Like, this is disgusting right here. This is definitely a little bit higher, but as you can tell, there's a huge difference between this and this. So, alright, now we're going to test out the Fiji water, which should be an obvious. That looks a little green. We're going to put a little more in there and see if it comes out to be a little more purple. Because they list it as, I believe, 7.7. So, as you can tell, it's a very dark green here. I'd say it's about a 7.5, 7.6, closer to 8. You know, just about the same as, well, not the same color, but very close, you know. I don't know why, but this isn't as alkaline as I thought it would be. So here we got my tap water upstairs. Now this is full of fluoride, chlorine, and all these other deathly chemicals which you shouldn't be drinking, or at least have a filter before you drink it. But as you can see, even your tap water that comes with your monthly water bill is alkaline. So you're actually better off drinking your tap water than the Great Valley, the Aquafina, or the Dasani. And you know, I'm still iffy on the Ice Mountain. I really don't trust that brand either because it's Nestle. I believe Nestle, right? Yep, Nestle. I wouldn't trust anything from Nestle, Coca-Cola, or PepsiCo, of course. Yeah, PepsiCo. And then Walmart. Yeah, I mean, obviously Walmart, come on. And then I'm going to test out my water here. This is supposed to be 9.5 pH, so go ahead and just dump out one of these. I'm just going to rinse it just for good measure, just because, you know, you never know. Alright. So now this one really tastes good. I noticed the taste difference in it, and it's really not that expensive. I get it at Trader Joe's, and this is how the water I'm going to be drinking from now on because, you know, I'm not spending a lot of money on like a lot of stupid stuff like I used to, like drugs and alcohol and all that garbage. So pretty much just spending money on like, you know, things that needed, like food, water, and stuff like that. Where'd my drops go? Alright, I'm going to test that here. Wow. Now I'd have to believe that when they say 9.5 because that is dark. I mean, look at it compared to the Fiji, which is almost neutral. And then we got the Ice Mountain, which is a little above neutral. Yeah, still surprised about that, but as you can tell, that is very, very, very alkaline. Now, the cheapest option out of all these would be the Great Valley, of course, because they sell these in like a pack of 36 for $3.99, and that's what, or $3.50 actually. It could be cheaper sometimes, and that's why I buy it, or that's why I did buy it. But I'm not going to be buying it anymore, and this stuff was actually pretty cheap. I just went to Trader Joe's. If you have a Trader Joe's or a Whole Foods or any type of store around you like that, you know, make the trip to it and see if you can get a case of this. These bottles are $1.50 each, and they have 3 water bottles in one, so it's, you know, it's pretty decent. I mean, 50 cents a water bottle, and I only drink like 2 or 3 a day, so that's perfect. You know, it's perfect amount of water. You know, Fiji costs a little too much in my opinion, so that's why I stay away from that. And obviously, stay away from the Smart Water. It's really not worth it. You know, you're even better off drinking Ice Mountain, which is still questionably. You know, I'd like to get another bottle and really test to see if it's acidic or whatnot. But as you can see, the one that wins is the Trader Joe's. So as you know, the health benefits of alkaline water is simply just to keep your body in tip-top shape and really just keep yourself immune to cancer and all those other things. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot to mention, if you want to drink like Great Valley or something like that and you really don't have the money to afford like Fiji or, you know, an alkaline water like this, you can either just sprinkle a little bit of baking soda into your water and just shake it up. I recommend getting a bigger bottle and then just filling it all the way up with like these water bottles or something like that. Shaking up with a baking soda, and you can test it, and it's actually a high pH, and that's how I was doing it for a while, because baking soda is a very strong alkaline substance, and you just mix a little bit. You don't got to put a lot. I wouldn't even put 1/8 of a teaspoon in there. I would literally put like a 1/16 or even less than that, just a quick sprinkle, and that's actually good enough to change the alkaline or alkalinity from acidic to alkaline, of course. And so if you don't have the money, just go for that. I know there's also a lemon trick where you put like lemon peels in like a quart of water overnight, and overnight it like turns alkaline, which, I mean, not everyone's got the time for that to prepare for their whole day like that, but if you want to do that, it's also another cheap option. You can do that. But I'm going to move into the spiritual side of things right now. So, not only do they want us unhealthy, but they want us very conductive. Now, you may say, well, acidic, they have batteries that are acidic, they have batteries that are alkaline. Well, the acidic is much more conductive, and this is a spiritual warfare we're in right now. And if you don't believe that, I mean, just click off the video right now. I feel sorry for you, but it's the truth, and you're about to see the proof of it very, very soon. But for now, you can just listen to this. Essentially, Satan and all his cronies and all these big companies, like, you know, I even say this too, and this, it's all meant to make us very conductive. That's why when we get dental drills, and then we get the implants or whatever in there, the fillings, they're always a certain metal, so that we're very conductive as well. They don't need to be metal. They can be a, you know, a type of plastic, not really plastic, but you know what I mean. They don't have to be metal, and they have metal fillings. We have metal fillings. I have them in my mouth right now. And if your body's below a certain amount of pH, you are conductive acidically. And the chemtrails that they're spraying around the sky, they're spraying around a ton of metals, ton of barium, and all this other garbage. And you're breathing it in, which is making your body more and more conductive. And the whole point is just change the frequency of this world. And that's what's really going on, is that the frequency is changing. And the more and more people they can get to be conductive, and the more in the skies they can get the metals up there and get the frequency changed, the quicker they can get this plan ahead of them. And not only is it going to land you in the hospital, it's just going to make you genuinely unhealthy. And the whole conductive reasoning is they have to change the frequency. Now, if you don't believe in demons or spirits like that, I mean, I don't see why not. Like, you can look up tons of videos of people getting demons to manifest. I've seen them. I've been attacked by them. I think it's pretty funny because right when I started turning from sins, I got attacked from demons. And once you have Jesus, you actually have dominion over them, and you shouldn't be afraid of them, which I'm not anymore, which is great. But they do exist, and if you do believe demons exist, but you don't believe in God and Jesus, I just don't see where your thought process is, because one and the other, right? You got the evil and the good. So these demons essentially, like it says in the end times, we are in the end times. It says it will be as it was in the day of Noah. In the days of Noah, you had the giants, the Nephilim walking the earth. You had demons essentially walking the earth. And that's how it's going to be. Once all these frequencies are changed, they're spraying day and night, the chemtrails. You can go outside. If you live in a populated area, I'm sure they're spraying every day. I live in a little underpopulated area, so they're spraying like 3-4 times a week. But their excuse for it is that they're crop spraying, they're crop dusting essentially, but they're doing it over towns. And I live all around cornfields, so why wouldn't they just be spraying 24/7 over the cornfields and not over the towns? But they're basically doing grid lines of the chemtrails all over the place, and that's what it's doing, is it's changing the frequency. And the reason is these spirits basically can't manifest in this frequency, that it was made that in our frequency, it was made by God, in our frequency, that we cannot see these spirits. We can only see certain figments. Like I can see sometimes when they shift in the air, you can't really see them fully though. You can't see their full body or anything like that, and they're actually huge compared to us. But we basically live in the spirit realm, we just can't see it. So the spirit realm's all around us. This desk isn't even here in the spirit realm. It's just totally different. The spirit realm is totally different than what we live in, and the whole point of it is to merge the spirit realm and our realm into one. And it's going to happen very soon, and if you don't believe in any of this and you don't have Jesus Christ, the day that these demons start walking the earth, you are just going to have a heart attack the second you see one. And that's the whole point of it, is the more conductive this whole world gets and the more the frequency changes, the quicker it's going to happen. And I mean, I wouldn't even give it 10 years, to be honest. So that's that. I'm going to do a little more videos on that in the future. I just kind of want to do a quick explanation of why, why they're trying to get us sick. It's not just to get us sick, it's to make us conductive. And that's why they have multiple things making us conductive. So I don't recommend getting fillings anymore. If you're actually a believer in God and Jesus, you can actually get them healed. I know I'm not going to the dentist to get them, filled anymore. Anytime I go to the dentist, they try to give me like double fluoride and stuff. I'm like, why would you give me double fluoride? Like, fluoride is horrible. For those of you who haven't done your research on fluoride, I'm definitely going to do a video on that. It's insanely poisonous for you. Like, they literally funnel it in our tap water. So if I were drinking this on a daily basis, I'd just basically be so stupid. Like, you become stupid from drinking it, and that's the whole point of it. It makes you more docile and just, you're more easy to control. And that's what Hitler did during World War II. In Germany, he just put a ton of fluoride in the town's water supply, and this whole Germany's water supply, and all the people had no idea what was even going on, and they were just basically like little sheep just being herded into the concentration camps. And we're very soon going to have that happen when we get just herded into the FEMA camps. And if you don't have Jesus and you take the mark of the beast, you're screwed. I mean, basically. So I know this could be a lot just to hear in one video, but I'm going to have more and more videos coming out on a daily basis from here on out. So if you enjoyed this video, share it with other people. Share it that they could be drinking water that could be killing them, giving them diseases, giving them cancer and all that. And even from just drinking alkaline water over a 2-week to a month period and eating like vegetables and stuff like that, you can simply just flip your pH. If you have the easiest way to test it is right in the morning, wake up, get a pH test strip and go to the bathroom, pee on it, and then just test it with this chart, and you can see if your urine is a high pH or not. And the goal is for it to be, you know, around like a green turquoise and not like a yellow. And I know many of you say, oh, well, my pee's a yellow in the morning anyway. Well, the pH test strip won't come out like that. Like, it'll come out colored a certain way. And I'm hoping mine looks like this, quite honestly, because that would be great. But we'll see. I'm definitely going to try it soon again, because I've been drinking this for only 2 weeks now. So I'm going to give it another 2 weeks and then give it a try. But yeah, definitely share this to your friends and family and anyone that's drinking this garbage water. Maybe this one. But yeah, and I hope you enjoyed, and subscribe for more videos about spiritual warfare and just different attacks on our health and our rights and all that stuff that's going on, because it needs to be known. See you guys later.